So I see that a lot of you guys so I see that there's not that many videos on this kind of carburetor. So this is for Yamaha 450s and YFZ 450s. And then so this is the CR carburetor. So I've had these a couple times and they've came with the same problem. So the problem that we've been having is that every time they accelerate, there's nothing coming out of the little port inside. Alright, yeah, let's see inside here. The sun's not the greatest lighting today, but there's a little port inside that little brass. So I'm gonna show you guys how to fix that for now. So every time they do this, every time you lift up the little every time you accelerate it, there's nothing coming out of there, out of this little accelerator pump. When you open the thing, there should be a little squirt inside that little brass thing inside there. So I'm gonna show you guys what to do. So just take off these oh shit, there's hella gas. So just take off these 4 screws right here that you see. So we'll take those off. So we'll take those 4, and then so another thing is that inside here you can get some air and clean that off right there, that little port inside right there. You can clean that port off right there, and then that little hole right there inside the actual carburetor. And then another good thing is make sure you're getting squirt those holes, that hole, because it's your accelerator pump usually. So that hole and that hole, and then that little hole, and then you guys can put some I have a little hose. I got a hose, and then I just use a brake parts cleaner. Doesn't really matter, just spray it on here, spray it in there. I like to spray it in there, and then I like to spray it in there too, and right here as well. And then you guys lift up the little thing, and then you guys should see it squirt out. When you guys squirt it from inside here, you guys should see that thing squirt out. So just be careful. You see that? Yeah, that's good. So that's good. And then yes, and what I like to do is I like to open the port right open. Can you see that? Pretty open. And then I like to hold it like that, and then I like to squirt this in here, and then you guys should be able to see it squirting out from here. Watch. I'm not sure if you guys can see. You guys squirt it from there. You guys will see it from the other side. So I like to put some air. I like to put some air from there. then as well from this side as well, from the inside of the hole, I like to put some air in the side. Okay. Side here. Put this gasket on. So the same thing. Put some gear. And you see it? It's squirting out from the other side. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's squirting out from the other side. We got some squirting. Let's keep squirting it. You see that? So we squirted a couple times in that little hole right there, that little hole, and then you guys saw that it was squirting out of the little brass nipple right there. And then as well with this little import, let's see if you guys can get better lighting, that little import right there, and then it should come out of here. Then there's your little pump right here, so make sure it's not clogged. Put the gasket back on, put everything on. Then I like to put some gas in these little bottles. I got these on Amazon, which they're little nice bottles. I like to put some gas, just put it down the filter, down the line, and then we'll fill up the thing right now. So we're gonna put all the thing back, put the little what you guys can see is if this accelerator pump right here is plugged up by any chance, also you can open this. You can open these 3 screws right here. Watch out, because be careful, because there's a screw right there. I mean a spring. And you don't want that to fall off, or I mean spring out. So just be careful. Coming apart. Be careful, be careful. Boom. Spring. Spring. Look how dirty that is. Look how dirty that is, and look at that. And that's why maybe it's not working, because of this. This little accelerator pump needs to be nice and flush. So you can pump some air. Some air into that. So some of that. So make sure you guys get this ring. Spray that in some. Nice and clean. Blow that out. Make sure all these little holes are nice and clean from the inside. You can spray these out. Air these out. You can put some air in here. Boom, boom, boom. 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 It's gotta be like this. So just be careful because there's a little O-ring right here too. When you spray it out, it might tend to fall off, so just be careful there. And then just make sure you guys clean all your ports. Make sure they're all nice and clean as best as you guys could. Spray them out. And then, so I'm gonna try to put this back on, but I mean, it's pretty bad already, so, but it's just for testing purposes. But I need to get a new one, so just for now, just for testing purposes, I'm gonna just do this, but it's probably not gonna work. So this ring, and then boom, 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 boom. Just a little ring right here. Spring. Clean that as best as you could, but just for now, for testing purposes, that's what we're gonna do. But in reality, you want to order a new one, but since I'm not gonna be able to, just so we can see if it's gonna work for testing purposes, should be fine. And then the little oil ring in here, I mean the gasket ring, boom, 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 boom. Stand the line. Now guys, I put just for now I only put 2 screws, which is gonna leak because it's not sealing properly, right? It's just for testing purposes. But now that you guys go ahead and clean that port right here and clean all those errors, you guys should start seeing something like this. Watch. Right. You guys see that nice little squeeze? You guys can see it's gonna squirt out. You guys see that? Boom, 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 boom. You guys see that? I don't know if you guys can see that little squeeze. Boom. Watch. Just so you guys can see, I'm gonna put it this way. I don't know if you guys can still see it though. Not really. See? You guys see that? Now it is coming out. It's kind of hard to see with this lighting outside because it's a little windy. I mean, it's a little cloudy and rainy, but see if you guys can see. No, I don't think you guys can see, but now it's squirting out properly. So that's all you guys have to do is just go ahead and clean all those ports. Make sure you guys go ahead and clean this little right here. I mean, that's all you guys got to do. Just make sure you guys clean out this little. So this is all you guys have to do is just clean out the little port in there. Make sure you guys clean out the whole bucket inside, or the little carburetor bucket thing, and then inside the one that goes directly inside to the little jetting inside. Make sure you guys clean out that properly. Show you guys how to jet this properly. So maybe you guys get a lot of bogging or some sort sometimes, or sometimes different things, or the bike isn't running as properly. It can also be this little port right here. I mean, this little jet inside, or not the jet, but this in here. You can adjust the spray inside the jetting inside with these screws right here. So I'll show you guys how to jet this properly. Do is to jet this properly is with this, right? So so you don't really want any play in this, like right here, guys. Can you guys see that? There's like really no play into this. There's like no play at all. But if yours does have a little play, you guys can adjust it with these little screws right here. So you guys churn it out until, let's for example, you have some play in this, right? Like mine doesn't, right? Mine doesn't have any play. So let's just say yours has a little bit of play. So what you guys do is screw it out until you don't have any play anymore. Make sure you can barely have any. You guys see mine, how barely it moves. So you guys want to do that, and then once you guys get it properly, you guys can, there's no play right now like this. So now you guys come accelerate it. So you don't want your little jet to hit your little butterfly inside. So if it's hitting your butterfly, it's because it's coming out too fast. So you're gonna have a bogging problem because you're having too much fuel before it can have enough air flow. So you can just adjust it with this little screw. You screw it out, and then until you have it like this, like mine. You don't have to have it exactly like mine, but I like how mine's at right now. So I put a little bit of fuel inside because I ran out. So watch, fill it, give it some fuel, and then see if you guys can see mine. Boom. You see that? Mine doesn't hit my butterfly at all, but you guys don't want you guys don't want to hit your butterfly in there. So like, you see that? Boom, boom, boom. Mine doesn't hit my butterfly at all. So like, boom, right there, boom, boom. So let's just say yours is, if yours is, just adjust it with those little screws right there. That's all you do. Just adjust it with the little screw until you see your perfection. So mine's pretty good right there. So I won't move mine, but if yours does, make sure you guys don't have any play. And if it does, just go ahead and right there. Everything's all right here. And just make sure you guys get it to your perfection or to your likings. But boom, boom. Mine's good to go.